No mango for you.
This might have given you some movement. One of your other places of employ, the WWE signed a $5 billion 10-year deal with Netflix, which could also go to 20 years or it'd be cut to 5 from what I've read.
Okay.
I mean, there's got to be some more money in there for you. There's more Gucci sweatshirts is what I'm saying.
I mean, listen, it certainly sounds good for business, no doubt about it. For the immediate future, it sounds like the premium live events, which are what I work, are still going to be on Peacock. And then internationally, they'll be on Netflix, with Raw picking up on Netflix in January 25. But it's a pretty historic move, I got to tell you. This new version of WWE with Nick Khan and Triple H at the helm, they're really making their imprint felt. This is a major, major change.
And this is not anything pejorative toward wrestling, but it's obviously a scripted program, which you could definitely DVR if you want.
But it does.
It's hard on Netflix.
Well, here's what's interesting, though. I'm gonna push back.
Okay.
I'm gonna say what's fascinating about this is that more than any other dramatic television, WWE is the closest you can get to sports
TV,
and wanting that live experience, because when a big moment happens,
you don't want to hear about it.
You don't want to hear about it. So it is interesting. That is the first. It's a really big first step in terms of getting a weekly. It's the longest running ever weekly episodic program, and that is now leaving cable television and going to be on a streamer.
Will it stay on Monday?
They're not sure.
They don't. Oh, they
said they're not sure. It's not confirmed. But the reason I bring up they got $5 billion for 10 years. The NBA is negotiating its contract right now. Now you can say the NBA is not as hot as it's been, but it's still a pretty nice property. Don't they get to do more than WWE?
Yeah, I would think so, because their deals include multiple games a week.
Right.
So,
and would they go that deep into a streaming service? Everybody fought the playoff game that the NFL had on Peacock. That's the future, baby. Learn how to stream. That's the future of your sports.
Here's the one thing. It's the argument that I would have about, like, the popularity of sports, right? Like, somebody would say to me, well, look at NASCAR. They had a race on Sunday, and it did better than the NHL game on ESPN. Well, of course, because every stock car fan is going to watch that event.
Correct.
Every wrestling fan is likely going to watch Raw. But a individual NBA game, not every NBA fan is going to watch that game. So it's interesting, right? Like, as big as the NBA is, from a national standpoint, you start putting 5 or 6 games on, not everybody is going to watch every one of those games. Some of them they will. You put the Lakers and LeBron or whatever, but part of saying the reason the NBA maybe isn't as hot, like, who's the next guy? Who's replacing LeBron? Like, who's the next superstar you're going to want to have to see? Otherwise, you're talking about local games that some people may watch, some people may not watch. Every wrestling fan is going to watch that event on Netflix. That's why it's so valuable.
So Raw gets somewhere between 1.5 and 2 million viewers a week. When does the NBA get that on a game in the regular season? Do they ever get it?
1.5, sure.
They can get that?
For those Saturday night ABC. I don't know what the Wednesdays are doing.
TNT doesn't do that, though, on a Thursday, do they?
They could be like, according to the game, they get 1 million.
Get 1 million.
Yeah. So maybe even a little more. But their Sunday Night Baseball gets more than that, right?
Yes. Sunday Night Baseball. What does Sunday Night Baseball do, the regular broadcast?
About 1.7.
Something like that? Okay.
And then, the Saturday game on Fox does okay. But, and then you get the NFL, right? Everybody, hold my beer. The Bills-Chiefs game, 50 million viewers. 50 million.
For the second round of
the largest playoff game ever, I believe, other than the Super Bowl.
It's almost like unfair for the NFL to be compared to other sports, because it's getting numbers that other programs don't get.
Right, that TV doesn't produce anymore.
What are the Oscars going to get?
Maybe under 10 million. The Emmys, which were really well done, got 4.3 million.
What massive show is on television that if they had a finale like MASH or the Seinfeld, like what number would you think you would get?
Well, what's even the biggest show on television?
We don't know.
Don't even know anymore. It's NFL games. They're always right. It's always an NFL game.
Game of Thrones by the end was really big. I think it closed out with close to 10 million.
Right.
But that was after years of building and building.
And
it didn't get that early.
That's pretty much what Amazon gets for bad Thursday Night Football.
Right.
A streaming service. So, yeah, the world is changing, everybody. You got to embrace it. You might not like it, but you got to embrace it.